Not sure why perseverance is such a great idea. That's not a problem. I've been there myself. I'll just walk you through the 4 tips as to why perseverance is such a great idea. So tip number 1 is that perseverance actually tests your limits. That could be something to help you unveil and reveal what's happening in you. The second tip is that perseverance helps to uncover exactly what you believe in. Tip number 3 is that perseverance actually teaches you the value of patience. And tip number 4 is that perseverance unlocks new possibilities. Yeah, those are the 4 tips as to why perseverance is such a great idea. So let's actually move forward to tip number 1. Tip number 1 is that perseverance tests your limits. So perseverance is a really big thing because it actually can reveal your strength or the fact that you don't have any, which is not something people like to see. So imagine that you're in a big storm or next to one, or one's approaching you like a hurricane or tornado, and that tornado represents maybe anger, fear, low self-esteem, like problems, issues you have in life, real things. Now, you being able to stand your ground in terms of not allowing that storm or situation to blow you off your feet and put you in danger would be you actually going through the idea of perseverance, or actually having perseverance. As in, you stand your ground, you're not moved by the situation, but you push through it to become a better version of you. So when it comes to different things and situations in life, some people get blown away by problems, the anger, the trauma, the fear, the low self-esteem, and it's understandable because you're human, So Tanjiro could have panicked when he saw most of his family actually get killed. He didn't see them getting killed by Muzan, sorry, but he saw them dead. He could have panicked, and maybe that could have caused him immense trauma with regards to seeing blood or fighting anything, or even just being afraid of the whole entire world. Like seriously, his mind could have actually shattered the minute he saw all of them just killed, except for Nezuko, sorry. But that's not what happened. Interestingly enough, the situation revealed that he was capable of coping, as hard as that might be. And you can see that he's being stretched and tested in an unbelievable way. Tanjiro is no longer a charcoal burner's son. He's actually now being trained as a warrior with regards to everything that is leading him to now save his sister and help her to turn from a yokai into a human being. And this is a journey he's never been on before. He's never been a samurai. He's never been a warrior. Not that he's never fought anyone, but he hasn't had to go through this in his life. You can actually also see that his physical limits being tested by Uroko Daki-san when he's training with the former Water Hashira on the mountain. And, that thing is really being pushed, honestly. Because some of those pit traps are, I don't know if that's legal, but anyway. And then you can also see it in terms of his mental limit when he hits those roadblocks when it comes to being able to learn total concentration breathing technique, especially the situation with splitting the boulder, because that was crazy, at least to me. And I also think his spirit was also being tested and stretched as well, because if he didn't pass the training, he never would be able to move forward in terms of even joining the Demon Slayer Corps. And that would mean he wouldn't be able to help save Nezuko, his sister. So that frustration must have been chewing him up on the inside, but he still pushed through in spite of all of that happening, showing his perseverance. Now, usually it's best and helpful for these you being tested and everything if it's in a controlled and safe environment. But you and I know that life is really crazy. Things can show up out of nowhere to test your heart or your situation. And it's not always in the optimal places that you grow. Sometimes it's in the unknown, the variable, the different situations. And I think that Tanjiro's path was definitely not always safe. I mean, he's literally hunting down yokai. That's as unsafe as an occupation gets, honestly. But that being said, he did find a lot of growth through this whole journey. If we're even just talking about right from the beginning, in terms of his training, the few missions he got to go on, you can see that his perseverance has helped him, in addition to his training and what was really built on the inside of him, to now flourish as an actual full-fledged warrior in the Demon Slayer Corps. Yeah. So my question to you, if you're watching this wherever, is what's your limit? Do you even know? I think some people have zero idea because of the fact that they have never taken a step. They've never gone towards something that's challenged them or been put in that situation. Or there's other factors that might be involved, such as maybe fear or laziness or just total lack or self-awareness relative to your own self. And I think perseverance is such a big deal because I believe it reveals your limits, as in when a situation shows up. Are you afraid? That's why you never even confront it? Or are you the type who you have and show courage and push through with courage in spite of you feeling afraid? For those who need some help with courage, please check out episode 7 with regards to Naruto and the Ninja of Courage, previous episode. And basically, with perseverance, you get to see this is who you really are. If you can't even persevere through this troubling situation or whatever, then not that this is who you are as in permanently, but you're not strong enough. You need more training. Like Tanjiro needed more training with regards to preparing for the final selection. Perseverance will unveil that to you, because if you can't stand when the wind is blowing you, you need more depth to you. And that's not a problem, because it's a chance for you to evolve and change, if you view it that way. I think it's just that if you want to evolve, you can't just stay in the safest place. That is not where all that change happens. And I think it's for you to be able to say, okay, why am I standing here? Why do I need to change? And how can I transform because of what's happening? Your growth might not always happen in the safest place. I don't mean physically safest. I mean more like safe as in that you can fail in this regard. You can fail with this date. You can fail with this exam. You can fail with this job, whatever. But will you grow if you push through and your mind is open to say, hey, I actually want to change because of what's happening for the better? Then I think in that case, perseverance can really help you to become a better version of you. That's really an amazing thing, is in how it helps unveil your limits. And that's a big reason why perseverance is such a great idea. Yeah, and that is tip number 1. So tip number 2 is that perseverance unveils or reveals what you believe in. So contrary to popular belief, what you believe in does matter. You can even see it in that words can really shake up the heart, either to set you on fire positively, or they can cause you to freeze with fear. Now, as you can see in Tanjiro's case, when he happened to stumble upon the murder of his whole entire family except for Nezuko, and then even Nezuko being changed into a yokai, a demon. Now, the fact he still held on to hope and didn't just break right there means that there was something he believed in, even though it was super small, that it might be possible somehow, some way, to change his sister back to normal, which is just crazy because not everyone has that kind of confidence. And the second time you see what it reveals in terms of what Tanjiro believes in, as in perseverance, is when he hits that wall when it comes to the training with Urokodaki-san. And the boulder thing, he's hitting his head against it, and it's like, oh my gosh. But then when he gets the help from Sabito, and he now, like in his head, it's like, if this guy, this water from Water Hashira said this thing is possible, I don't think he's crazy. He's strong enough to beat me. So maybe he's actually onto something here. I just need to push through and figure out the answer. And if he didn't believe in that, why the heck would he bother doing all of this stuff? What's the point? 2 years of training? Come on. For nothing? There must have been something he believed in as to what was happening. So I think that is a key thing to mention here, that there was belief pushing him forward with regards to the actions he did. Lastly, Tanjiro really believed the words that his father said to him when he was confronted with that dangerous attack by Rui. He was literally going to die. But that flashback, and his dad told him, breathe. And this guy, again, risking an untested move, aka Hinokami Kagura, for the first time. And Hinokami Kagura is what completely changes the fight. Like, that's just crazy. Because he had to do something, but what he was doing was stemming from belief, as in what was put into him. And he is like, I have nothing to lose here. I can try this. As unknown as it is, I believe in the person who told me that this is a possibility. And he just folded it into what he's doing, and boom, Kami Kagura now becomes this lethal weapon of his in the fight against yokai. And again, what you believe in is so, so important. I cannot stress this enough. Think of your belief as a lighthouse or a landmark in terms of navigation, and you're just like a ship on the sea trying to sail along the coast to find a place to land or disembark. And you knowing where that lighthouse is so crucial, because it helps you to get to where you're going. Purpose, destiny. If you do not know where the lighthouse is, as in your belief, you could easily get lost, crash against the shore or the rocky area there, or even just be burning all that energy, doing nothing, and time is going by. And you're like, why are we here? Why am I here? And I want to recommend asking Jesus for the help. Do not go it alone. You'll face challenges that are way bigger than you. I keep saying it. Your problems know you're weak. That's why they keep running you around. Nightmares. You're struggling. You keep on struggling. Struggling is not how things are supposed to be. If you accept it, sure. But I'm telling you, that's not how you're designed to struggle through everything. Come on. Does that make sense to you? And I think this is where doing something outside the box is and involving Jesus into the situation. Jesus can act like that lighthouse because he can actually synchronize with you on a spiritual level to help unveil what's happening in your heart, why you're reacting this way, and also where is it you're supposed to go beyond here. Because if you linger where your problems are, you will never grow beyond them. But Jesus is the one who could take you beyond your problems and say, hey, over there, that's where we're trying to go. Sorry, I'm pointing this way. Over there is where we're trying to go, and let me help you get there. And this is not religion, to be honest. And this is bigger than just simple words or reading a book or whatever. This is a deeper and being innate thing in terms of asking Jesus for the help to help unveil who you are. Like if we open up your heart, not physically, because that's low, but I mean, if we open up your heart conceptually, what actually is happening in there? Are you as brave as you keep claiming? Because if you are, why are your problems beating you up left, right, and center? Like it's some, like it's a Street Fighter combo or something. Jesus helping to unveil that is what will help you to push forward and now say, okay, hey, persevere, stand your ground on the belief that I am here, as in Jesus is here to help you, be that lighthouse and guide you to a better version of you. Again, I keep saying it, it's bigger than words. It is actually a deep internal transformation. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Because if you stay the way you are, your problems are coming for you. They will keep coming for you. They hunt after the weak. Jesus is the one who can help transform you from that into someone who is stronger and better and more loving and able to help everyone else, including yourself. And again, perseverance, so important, because it reveals what you believe in. And once we see what that is, as in you see it, you hopefully talking to Jesus to say, okay, I think my beliefs need to change, because if I hold to this belief, I might never evolve past this point. And now take those steps needed to help you to evolve and get to a better version of you. And that's it for tip number 2. And that's one of the impressive reasons as to why perseverance is such a great idea.